Hello, hello, my crafty friends. Thank you for coming to see me today. I really appreciate it. Today is Tuesday, but this will be actually your video for tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm always videoing a day ahead. And this is July Junk Journal Challenge hosted by Lee's from Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. Thank you again, Lee. The hashtag is JJJC2025. And we are on prop 17 today. That means we have 6 or 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more prompts after today. So that's what we're going to be working on today, and it's found in the forest. So before I start that, I do want to give a couple of shout outs to some wonderful ladies who have made comments. The first one is Celia Wolford, 3357. And Celia, thank you for your prayers for my daughter. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot. Win the Trash Witch and Leanne Jones, 598. Thank you, ladies, for your beautiful comments. They're so sweet and so encouraging. I appreciate them a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay, so today is out of the forest, or found in the forest. So, seems like the last couple of days all I've been doing is shrinking things down. But that's okay. That's all right. I found this beautiful image that I could use, and it's of a forest, a path leading into the forest. I think it's just so beautiful. I am going to definitely save this and use it over and over again because it's so lovely. And so yeah, this won't fit here. Maybe if it was portrait style, I could maybe do it on 2 pages, but it's not. I mean, in landscape style, but it's not. It's portrait. So I shrunk it down. Yes, I did, to this size, so it would fit on one of these pages, like thus. Actually, I guess I didn't need to shrink it down quite as much. I could have left it a little bit bigger, but that's all right, whatever. Even if I'd left it a little bit bigger, the proportions would have probably been more in line, because that's one thing I have a kind of it kind of gets to me a little bit, kind of like chalk on a, chalk on a chalkboard, or fingernails on a chalkboard. It's been so long since I've been around chalkboard. I don't like things to be disproportionate to each other. And they definitely are going to be disproportionate on this page. But, it's a journal page. It's going in my July Junk Journal glue book, as it were, here. And I'm not really going to be doing any journaling. I will definitely be looking back through this to look at these pages, because some of them really do put a smile on my face. And so when I thought of this prompt, of course, there's so many beautiful things found in a forest. I mean, so many. And but immediately I thought of my daughter's baby shower. And oh, by the way, yesterday I said my granddaughter was going to be 7 months old yesterday, but it's actually today. She was born on the 22nd of the month, so she's 7 months old today, my little sweetheart. She's the little light of my life. All right, so I shrunk this beautiful image down, and I thought about my daughter's bridal baby shower, and she wanted the theme to be woodland animals. So I had in my digital files all of these woodland animals to make decorations, or that I was going to use in her, not just for her shower, but more so for the baby kind of book journal I was making her. So these little animals were all quite a bit bigger, actually. They were probably the original size of them was probably like this compared to this. So I shrunk these down quite a bit, and I wish I would have shrunk them down a little bit more to make them more proportional, but that's just my thing. It doesn't really matter, I know, in this case. So we're going to place these little animals here. I also found these little birds. These were the size that they came, and I'm going to try to put some of these little birds in these trees. They're not flying, so I don't feel like I can really make them flying. And again, they're not in proportion. I know that. Don't judge me for it. And maybe put a little bird down here on the ground. I don't know, we'll see. And then I've got this little rabbit. I cut this slit right here in this tree, and I'm gonna have this little rabbit. You know, rabbits can be kind of shy. I'm gonna have him poking right there. And maybe I'll put the little baby deer right down here. And of course we've got an owl to go in the tree. I've got a little baby bear who's as big as the tree. And a little fox. Maybe the little bird. I guess I could put this little bird in the tree too. Someplace up here. Put the little birdie in the trees. Now I've been seeing on different videos, not necessarily the ones from this challenge, but these birds that you tie in knots with strips of paper, and I've been wanting to do that, and I did tie one strip this morning, and I could see, oh yeah, I see how that could be a bird. I didn't cut out the head or anything or the tail like this. I like this side, and I thought, yeah, those would be cool. I like these. I'm gonna have to use these. I thought that was really cute. I can't remember what video I saw it on, but I have seen more than one person do it. All right, so I want to add some flowers and maybe some little butterflies. I've got a couple of sticker books here. I don't know just how I want to do the flowers. I have these stickers, and I thought about maybe putting some flowers here. Or I could just use some single ones kind of coming up here and there. What do I want to do? And I've got some little butterflies up here. Maggie, this isn't that difficult. Oh, yesterday I started talking about Buc-ee's, and I got sidetracked to talking about how we traveled to move here from California, Northern California, to Texas. And along the way, when we got to Texas, because my daughter and my husband were in the one car, and the rest of us were in the RV with all the dogs and cats except I think my daughter's small dogs. We have in our household right now, we have 7 dogs and 4 cats. We did have 8 dogs, but one passed away a couple of years ago, and we had 5 cats, but one of them passed away about a year or so, maybe a little bit more than a year. So my daughter has 2 cats, and I have 2 cats. And my cats are like mountain lions. They're huge. And then she has the German Shepherds and 2 other small little dogs. And all my dogs are fairly small. The largest one is about 18 pounds and the smallest one is about 9 pounds. So, yeah, we've got a lot of animals in this house. And so moving them that far was a real challenge. And then, so Buc-ee's, let me get back to Buc-ee's. If you live in this part of the country, then you know Buc-ee's. But if you're outside of Texas, and I think that they might be in Louisiana, I don't know where all they are, but I know they're in Texas, and we didn't see them until we got to Texas. And my daughter, my son-in-law, my daughter and my husband, had, of course, were ahead of us, and they had gotten to, they had to stop for gas, and they stopped at this gas station, and they said, you guys have to meet us here. You're not going to believe this gas station. And it was, of course, the largest gas station that we had ever seen anywhere. We thought, oh boy, things are really bigger in Texas. But I mean, there were so many pumps, and you went inside the store, it was like a little mini shopping area. I mean, they had everything. And what prompted me to tell you about that was the bluebonnets, you know, Texas State Flower yesterday when I was working on postcard. Oh, this is clogged. Wouldn't you know? Where's my little bowl with my pen? So, we stopped there because we needed gas in the RV as well, and my daughter said they have the best, you know, they were, I don't know if they're pulled pork, but the barbecue sandwiches that is so popular here in Texas, and that I really do love them. I mean, they're so delicious. And they said, you guys got to come and see this. You won't believe it. And so we did. We made our way there because, like I said, we needed gas as well. And I'm just trying to clean off this glue bottle a little bit. Hopefully that will work. I don't know where my little bowl went to. Oh, here it is. And so we went, and I was astonished. You know, you go inside, and there's just, it's so well organized, it's so clean. And of course, everyone you go into, pretty much the store part is identical. You know, they sell everything. I mean, you know, you could redecorate your house at Buc-ee's if you wanted to. But one of the things that stood out to me, and I didn't know at that time that bluebonnets were the state flower in Texas, but it became obvious to me when I looked around the store and saw all these lovely bluebonnet, you know, things with bluebonnets on them, just so beautiful. And where's my little owl? And so we, the other thing they have, the Buc-ee's, of course, is a beaver, and every season or every holiday they put out different like shirts and stuff for Buc-ee's, and different things for the kids with the Buc-ee's on it. With Buc-ee on it, Buc-ee is the beaver, Buc-ee the beaver. But it was just hilarious to us because we were just in awe. It was like all these gas pumps, and I mean, you know, in the summertime they sell little grills and everything is quality. It's not junk stuff, you know, it's really nice stuff. It's not junk they're selling for the most part. I mean, you can buy some beautiful leather purses. So I'm not going to glue I'm going to leave the little bunny just sticking out right there. Now, of course, there were other animals that I could have added to this, but because we're not in proportion, I decided that this was enough. These critters are definitely found in the forest, but they're found, of course, in a different they don't look like this. This is just meant to be fun. So yeah, we were amazed at Buc-ee's. I mean, if you're from Texas or you live in Texas or you traveled through here or other place, I know there are other places in the South because I believe I've heard people from other southern states say that there's Buc-ee's. But like I said, we had never seen them until we got to Texas. I'm gonna put this little bear here that's as big as a tree. That's okay, little one. You're as cute as can be. Okay, so now I want to put some butterflies. I thought my other glue book, my other sticker book had some smaller butterflies. I've had these two sticker books for a while. I got them on Amazon. They're very nice. This one, Cottagecore, The Simple Life. And this one is Loads of Ephemera. And they are nice stickers. They really are. But I have just kind of gotten away from using stickers as much as I used to. I tend to use the fussy cuts more than stickers these days. For one reason, I am finding that I'm enjoying cutting them out. And it's a relaxing pastime. And I do have my brother scan and cut, which I love, but sometimes I just feel like sitting down in the evening. I have a hard time sitting. I've said this before, and I'm sorry to repeat myself, but I have a hard time just sitting and doing nothing. I really need to, I like to keep my hands busy, and that's one of the reasons I love to knit. But I really haven't done much knitting lately because I've been making junk journals. I do have, the other thing I'd like to find is some small mushrooms. So yeah, we had our heyday at Buc-ee's. And we don't live too terribly past one, a large one on the way to Galveston that we stop at, and my daughter and her husband have gone and I haven't gone, and they always say, Mom, what do you want from Buc-ee's? And I said, I want a sandwich. And I know, because when they were doing their IVF, they had to go that way a lot. So don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against stickers. I love them, and I have a lot of them. But like I said, I just find that I'm doing doing fussy cuts more. And I have tons and tons of fussy cuts and things to be. I have a couple of folders over here that I put my fussy cuts in that have to be cut. And then sometimes I'll just sit down and pull a couple of sheets out and say, I'm going to do these 2 sheets, and I do them. I'll be honest though, the scissors that I use for fussy cutting, this little blue one might go in here, okay. These little, I think these are 5-inch. Yeah, they are 5-inch scissors. I really like them, and they cut very nicely. However, no, I don't want that one. I think I'm going to go with these other ones. However, they hurt my hands after I use them for a bit. And I wouldn't think that they would, because those finger holes are really pretty large. I mean, they're fairly substantial. And so I don't know why they would hurt my hands, but they do. I have these other scissors. I bought 2 pairs of them. One is 7 inches. This is a 7-inch. These are by Scotch. And these are 7 inches. I guess these are 6 inches. And I do like these. They just feel comfortable in my hands for the most part. And they also cut pretty well. So sometimes I go to these, but if I need to get into the real tiny, tiny parts, like around these birdies, I prefer the Tim Holtz ones. Oh dear. So I think I said I hope you guys are all doing well, and I do hope that you are all doing well. It's going to be a hot day today here. I think 96 degrees, but that's really nothing new. For Texas. I love these stickers. These are Paper Studio. Yes, Paper Studio. And it's stickabilities. I could not figure out what that said to save my soul. And then one of my your subscribers and supporters that's been with me right from the beginning, she told me what it said. I was like, oh, thank you, Betty, thank you. Well, these little flowers don't show up that well on this dark background, but they're there. All right, so let me put my sayings down. Got a couple of butterflies. We've got the little animals. Now I've got these sayings, or these quotes. This is Theodore Roosevelt. A grove of giant woodwards. Get a grip, Maggie. A grove of giant redwoods or sequoias should be kept just as we keep great or beautiful cathedrals. In my area here where we live, I need to cut this down a little bit more. They have, in one area over by where I go to the doctor, they have cut down a ton of trees, and I'm not sure if they're building apartments or not an industrial, but something else. And I think it's so sad to see these beautiful trees cut down and see the wildlife that lived in them scattered. Okay, so knowing trees, I understand the meaning of patience. Knowing grass, I can appreciate persistence. So I'll put this one right here. The forests are the lungs of the world, Woody Harrelson. And come to the woods, for here is rest. There is no repose like that of a green, deep woods. Sleep is forgetfulness of all ill. John Muir. Okay. So again, I've watched quite a few videos this morning, quite lovely and creative. Primarily they were for postcards, and some were ones that where some of you were kind of catching up or doing more than one at a time. Oh, I want some little mushrooms. Let me see if I can find some before I call it quits for today. There's some in here. Oh, maybe some in here. I don't know. I mean, I did look, but I can't remember. These are washi type stickers. I'm just flipping through here very quickly. I see if something catches my eye. I don't see anything. Those are black and white. Let me look at this one. I was sure one of these books had some little mushrooms in them. I'm going to give it one more quick look. If I don't find anything, then here's a little mushroom. It's going to be nearly as big as a tree. Where can this little mushroom go? Maybe right down here by the edge of the path. Well, okay, that's it. No more, no more. Okay. So this is, whoops, I didn't glue that one down. I got a runaway here. Okay. I think everything's stuck down. So this is my page for today. Found in the forest. We have animals and flowers and mushrooms and butterflies, some birds, beautiful trees. I know there's many other things found in the forest. And this will go here. I don't necessarily put these in order that they should go in. Oh, I wish I would have realized I would have made this page bigger than my animals would have been a little bit more in proportion. Oh well, I'm going to put it on this tea-dyed page. All right, everyone, thank you for watching me. Thank you to all of my subscribers, new and old. You're not that old, but that have been with me for a while. I appreciate you. And let's just get to our scripture for today. And I will say goodbye, and tomorrow's prompt will be bird. Okay. Well, it's actually will be Thursdays, but you know what I mean. Will be bird, and yeah, I don't have a clue. Not a clue. But we will figure something out. May not be spectacular, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so what have we got here? I want to just pull from... Live in peace, and the God of love and peace shall be with you. 2 Corinthians 13:11. As truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord. Numbers 14:21. Beautiful verses. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye-bye.